I don't see Q.
Q's here.
Hey guys.
Fuck, why do I got 3 on my screen? I only got us 3.
You got you guys, it's the layout. There's a button you can press with the layout. But as you can see, guys, Justin is not here. We got a replacement. The best we could find is Dorian Hamilton. So sorry.
Have to settle.
But yeah, I think a lot happened. Like since the last, I find like a lot happened in the bodybuilding world since the last podcast. Because the Chicago Pro is about to happen, the Van Pro just happened. There was the Atlanta Pro that just happened, and yeah, we could talk a little bit about that. Have you guys watched a little bit of the show?
Yeah, I did. I watched the Atlanta one.
The Atlanta one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I saw the Vancouver highlights. Vancouver was kind of a small show, right?
6
and
people.
It looked
right?
like 6 guys, but it looked like Hassan really fucking nailed it. It seemed to be like the best Hassan we'd ever seen, right?
Yeah, his conditioning was solid, I would say.
Yeah, he looked really good.
I got a video right here. I'm gonna share this.
Hassan looked crazy. He looked crazy good.
And he's just so big, man.
Yo, for some reason, Quinton's like silent for me. Is he silent for you guys?
No.
Nope.
Quinton, talk.
Hey, how's it going? What's up?
That's so weird. I can barely hear Q. I can hear you guys like crystal clear. I don't see Q, and he's like a faint sound in the background.
Oh wow. Maybe we'll adjust.
Did you guys hear me?
I hear you fine.
I
Yeah.
can hear you properly. Yeah. Do you guys see the screen here? All right. You guys see that? The comparison there?
Oh, yeah.
So, Hassan, it's crazy how so much bigger he is, right?
I know.
Compared to the other guys. And conditioning wise, I don't know if maybe the other guys were maybe a little bit more conditioned than him, but that's like a really good condition for him, I believe.
Yeah. With all that tissue, it don't even matter.
No.
It doesn't matter. It's pushing through. He could push through like an inch of fat. You know what I mean? Like
Shit could.
yeah. So I think
He
looked crazy.
I know. As soon as I saw one picture, I thought it was lights out for Hassan. I mean, I love Stan. He looked great, but
yeah, it's pretty cool to see though. Like, it's pretty cool to see Stan though over the years. Like, he's a guy that doesn't have like crazy genetics for bodybuilding, but I remember meeting him back in Venice and like, oh my gosh, like I don't know, 2013, 14, and he was like a men's physique guy, and just to see like how consistent he's been over the years and to continue to add quality muscle to his physique. It's pretty cool to see. You can tell that guy really checks off all the boxes.
Yeah. I thought Stan looked great. Peeled.
Yeah. Good quality muscle.
Yeah. I don't know if he could have looked any better.
No, he just needs size. That's really it. But like everything else was on point.
Yeah, he was
the
good.
thing is, beside Hassan, everybody needs size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like one of those fucking Belgian blue bulls.
I know. Look at
that. Look at his legs, man.
Crazy.
It's ridiculous.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Yep, I'm happy for Hassan."
Yo, guys, if me and Quinton are talking, if I'm talking over Quinton, tell me to shut up because I literally can't hear him.
So weird.
I just heard him laughing completely.
Bro, I can hear him just fine.
That's so fucking weird. I can hear you very lightly.
Seems like we got a bit
and
of
then I hear myself echoing just as lightly as I hear Quinton.
Really?
I hear you echoing, actually.
I don't hear the echo.
I don't hear the echo either. But
Dorian, I wonder if I should try.
Log in, log out, and log back in if you want.
Okay, I'll be back, boys.
All right, see you, man.
Figure that out.
Man, Hassan looked crazy.
I know.
His back last spread's nuts.
This one, yeah. Very good. See the wrist placement?
Yeah.
A few guys do that. I think John Jewett does something like that. I know Zane Watson did this last spread like that. I do mine more like stand right here with the thumb like that. I wonder if I should switch it up.
I'm gonna try it Hassan's way, see if it's better for me.
Yeah, because your lats go really low. So imagine if you would just see on the right here, it kind of closes the gap. Like you can't see any like holes. Like Dorian Yates used to do. I remember this picture of Dorian Yates It was like there was no holes between the forearm and the lats.
Oh, I see Q.
Hey,
We're
There
good.
you are. Now I hear
can you
you.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
All right,
so
we're in
Dorian,
business.
Good, good, good,
We
good.
are good to
it says
go.
Dorian that you should close the other tabs open with Riverside. I got a message
Yeah,
here.
it's good to see your
Close the
face,
other one.
Q.
Likewise, man.
All right. So now you guys can. Oh, that's good. It's, the good old reset button. It's a good trick.
Yeah, oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, Dorian, we're just
Uh,
saying that on the last spread here on the right, you see his hands, how he put them.
Yeah,
I do mine like stand here. See the thumb? So I wonder
yep.
like because I know
I
Zane
think,
Watson, Chouette does that.
yeah. The thing is,
What
I
is
think you can get away with that if your lat insertion goes all the way to the hip. Where if you look at Hassan, his lat literally goes all the way to the fucking glute, you know?
mm,
So it's all
yeah,
full. There's like no space between
I
that
know.
right tricep and like
Yeah,
wrist. It's like just
yeah,
fucking filled in.
I
Yeah.
know. And he's
A lot of
angled
guys, if
towards
they do that,
more too.
yeah, there'll be
Yeah,
space. It's crazy.
yeah, that's nuts, man. You know it was crazy.
what's nuts?
Hassan is not. You know, remember last time I texted Hassan on the DM and I asked him like, "Hey, how much cardio are you doing?" Because we were wondering. He responded like 2 hours of steppers or stair mill a day.
And his
Step
legs go
mill
nowhere.
or stepper. 2 hours.
That's crazy. He's that full.
I know. Very strange, huh? Because I,
Yeah, a
I
little
would I
bit.
would do that. I would just be like withering away.
I
So
would.
Yeah.
My legs would too.
Rhythming.
Withering.
withering, withering. That's a good one. You know, I don't see a lot of guys. I find I don't know about you guys, but I see guys sometimes doing the hands-on hips, doing all the most musculars except the one I would want them to hit. Sometimes I wish guys just like hit a certain way and like,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example, Robin Strand, I told him like, why are you doing hands-on hips and not the hands class like that or the crab? He said, oh, I think I'm narrow. I'm like just I would love to just see him try it, right?
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
find that
I
right,
love hand clasps, man. Kevin
yeah,
Levrone, like that's just like when I think of most muscular, I think of Kevin Levrone.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
You know,
sure, for sure,
got to
yeah.
hit that one.
I wanted to so let's see where the points are. There it is. Do you remember our prediction? I don't remember the prediction we
Yeah.
did, right?
Yeah.
So yes, the top
I
three were
had
right.
us staying first and staying second. That's all I remember.
Nathan
Yeah,
Spear looked pretty good. Probably the best he's been. Right, he was good.
yeah,
Prince was nice to see. That was his debut, I think. Right, pro debut. He's
Yeah.
got
yeah.
like
He looked
crazy
good.
genetics. If he nails his conditioning, like he's going to be dangerous.
I know.
He's a good
He
bodybuilder.
used to be a 212.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I put
And
him last during my prediction because I didn't think he would nail the conditioning good enough.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
guess the shape
Bro,
pushed him.
I think you owe him an apology.
I do. I will. Prince, I apologize. And I said last time, but me and Prince, we go way back to 2008 Nationals backstage. We became friends. It was crazy. Like,
Yep.
that's a long time ago. I was like 20 years old.
Yeah, I
But
met him at
yeah,
2013 Nationals.
yeah.
And then
Two,
Morgan, that was the
you,
best Morgan ever looked.
you
Right?
say
He put on some.
2008?
2008, I knew Prince, yeah.
I just started high school.
You were 12. You were like 12, right, Nick? Literally, you're 13 years old.
Well, I'm going to be 36 in 10 days. I'm getting old. You'll get there, Nick. Don't worry about it.
I know.
Everything will start hurting. You got a couple years.
I'm gonna be 29 in a couple of weeks. So
Wow.
29.
Yeah.
I remember that. So
What did you guys
yeah, I
think
was
of
wrong.
Morgan?
He's conditioned, right? Like really peeled.
Yeah, I thought he was like really impressive conditioning from a lot of shots, but obviously
Yeah.
just having such long limbs, being so tall, he just needs another like 15 pounds of muscle to even, you know what I mean, to be able to push those
Yeah.
guys.
yeah,
I didn't see many pictures of him. Antoine, could you find
Yeah.
a couple?
Yeah, I'm trying.
On
Do you
his
guys see that?
page, I think if you go to Morgan's page, you could see some.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that. One sec, guys.
Yeah, it's really nice that Justin's not here. I just thought I'd put that out there.
Well, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Oh
Well, he
shit.
doesn't shut up. You know.
Oh, there he is. Okay, there you go. See that? Oh wow, yeah. I believe that's
Yeah,
his best he's ever looked.
Nice.
He was
he,
Right?
dense. Yeah.
he's tall, right?
Very
Oh, he's
tall.
like
Yeah.
6'3" or 2, or he's very tall. I used to coach him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taller than
just
you,
needs a
Keith,
lot
right?
more size.
Yeah, he is, and he also gets like 330 in the off seasons too. So he's gonna have to get to like 350 or some shit,
That's
you
funny.
know?
Yeah. But Dorian you used to coach him a little bit, right? You helped him out?
Yeah, and then he beat me. Remember when I came back and I did the nationals? He beat me at
Yeah,
the nationals. Nice
Yeah.
program. Son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
that's not cool.
No,
That's not cool, yeah. Video
yeah, he's
here.
a good dude.
Yeah.
And
Very
then
He's
I
a
nice.
think
really
I think
cool guy.
I think rounded out the 6 competitors was Aaron Gawley, right? And Aaron's going on to do Chicago
Yeah,
again.
he
Just
does.
a guy that's so fucking tall. I think
Yeah,
that was probably
huge.
one of his better conditions, but he just needs a lot more size because he's even taller than I think than Morgan.
Yeah, he's also like around that 6'3" area. Yeah,
Yeah,
like these guys, it's funny because like when I talk to them, they're heavier than me. They compete heavier than me. We're close in height, but like they got to be like 40 pounds up in the off season if they want to like really like do like serious damage.
yeah.
Quentin, what do you weigh right now?
Right now, 320.
Solid.
Yeah,
See Aaron
feels good
yeah.
here.
Yeah, he does.
I was gonna say, is 320 like uncomfortable or not really?
It's actually getting pretty good. You know, I'm not pushing food as hard as I was before, so the
Yeah,
fact that we're
yeah,
here, you know, I feel a lot more comfortable. But I know I got to get at least another 12 or 15. Because yo, Samson's walking around at like 330. I gotta outdo that.
Samson's also a lot older though.
He is. That is true.
You're
He's
you're
got
you're
time on me.
yeah. Pretty soon you're gonna be 320 peeled. So
Fuck. It's hard to imagine, but it's time. It's time. It's gonna come.
I think I think he could because you remember Tony. Oh wait, Tony Freeman was he ever like super heavy, Dorian, on stage?
I think Tony was probably like a 270s guy on stage. You
Oh,
know, just super like
how tall was
solid.
Tony?
He
six
was
two.
6.5,
Was
six
he?
one. I don't think he was 6'2". I got pictures with him, and he's not that much taller than me.
Oh, remember Quincy
Okay.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's he doing, Quincy Taylor?
Quincy Taylor. He
Oh,
was jacked.
oh
yeah.
yeah.
He was in Be Cool. Remember the movie? He was like one of the
Yeah.
bodyguards. It's called
Yep.
Jacked. It's a good movie.
Hey, Antoine. Sorry to get
Yeah.
off track, but how was Alberta?
Oh, dude, it was amazing. I recommend everybody to go there.
Did you drive or fly there?
I flew.
Flew?
Yeah, it's a good like trek. If you would want to drive, it would be like days
Yeah.
to go there. Yeah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty far. Like
It's like
it's
30
like to
plus
go
hour drive.
across. I think all across like Canada, it was over 5,000 kilometers.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, for example, just to go like 600 kilometers to Toronto takes me like 7 hour drive.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
imagine like, yeah, so it's a long time.
How long was the plane ride?
I think it was 4 hours. Dude, it was terrible yesterday. Let me just stop sharing this one sec. Um, there you go. Yeah, so the plane ride was like 4 hours, and yesterday, oh my, it was terrible. You know when there's this guy beside you, it's like for some reason you just let him have the fucking armrest because he's old.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I claim the
Me,
armrest
me
right away.
too, but I was
The
just going
first
with
thing
it.
I claim.
Just put it down. Bonk.
Yeah.
Fuck that old
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Not bad, I don't know. I was trying
So
to.
this
I
not.
didn't want to play like footsies, but with the elbow with the guy, you know. So I was just
Elbowsy.
like that, watching my show. But then I was like getting so warm. I was like, "Come on, guys, can you put the fucking AC on? Like seriously, everybody's sweating here. It's like just open the windows or something. I don't know. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's like I
know.
play with the little fucking hole like this, pause, and then it's like
That
the air.
that looks interesting.
I know.
Yeah.
And then the air. So it's like
No.
the lowest intensity airflow there is.
No.
Like,
When the others fall asleep, I usually point them all at me. I'll steal theirs. I'll just
You know what you do?
point them all.
I
Yep.
figured out that
Turn theirs off.
if you close
Close
theirs,
theirs.
yours, yeah. So when the guy was
No
asleep,
shit,
I
really?
Yeah.
Yep,
I didn't know that.
yep.
I'm
So
gonna have
that's
to
the
do
Dude,
this.
my last flight, I came home because on the way there it was horrible and it was so tight. And when we went to go take off, we literally sat on the tarmac for an hour and a half. So on the way back, I was like had a hard time at the airport. There was delays. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna see if there's an upgrade. So I asked if there's an upgrade and they had to upgrade to business class. It was only like an extra like $250. So I was like, fuck, I'm doing that. I'm going home and comfortable. So I do the upgrade, and dude, it was like I hadn't been in first class in a long time, and I
Awesome.
forgot. Like I don't know if you guys have ever been there. The fucking nuts. Do you ever get the almonds and the
Yeah.
cashews that
Yeah.
come to you roasted and they're hot? Dude, those are so good.
Oh,
The guy beside me, I was like, "You can eat those." Took his too.
Are you gonna eat your nuts?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they're fucking good
funny.
though. Yeah,
I was
long
I
time
was
since I had
thinking
those.
that it's like sometimes when it's like a long flight, it's almost worth looking into upgrading.
Dude, you look at the prices though. When I look online, it's like, yeah, first class, economy, $500. The middle one, 1,400. First class, $5,000. Who the fuck's paying that?
You gotta be loaded for that.
I think it's just people like in business that have points,
Yeah.
right? People that have like air miles and shit like that. No one's like spending sometimes like $7,000. I'm
I
like,
know.
who the fuck? It's not. I'm
I
like, this is
can't. I
insane.
can't. I can't justify it
No.
No,
for
no.
$7,000.
So if you
Yeah.
go there and then you try to upgrade, it's cheaper. Is that what you're saying, Dorian?
Yeah, sometimes if you go to check on, so if you book, let's just say you book with Air Canada, like we usually do, what you do is the day you go to check on, they'll give you an option where it's like see upgrades available. So sometimes last minute, 24 hours prior, they'll offer you an upgrade, whether it's more legroom, whether it's something in another class for way cheaper than if you were to book it in advance.
No
That's what I
shit.
realized. So I'll usually like just try and get like like the first seat in economy has more leg room. You put your legs up on the wall. I'll usually like try and get there, and it's
That's
only
what I
like
do.
$70 more. Yeah, it's
That's
like
good.
$70. Get more leg room.
I need all the leg room.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to know these little secrets, traveling. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. The worst traveling ever. I think it was either me and Regan or me and Adam. I can't remember. We went to Japan one year, and that flight's like 13 hours. And our seats that we got, they were on the back of the bathroom. So we
Oh
backed onto the
no.
bathroom. Dude, they don't go back.
No.
So you're like staying forward the whole fucking time.
Oh no, I would have had to move.
Oh, no, luckily it wasn't a full flight, so we were able to move.
Hell
But I
yeah.
was like, oh, if you got stuck on that, I would lose my mind. You know how painful your neck gets, right? When you're on the flight. You fall asleep and I'm just every fucking
And it
couple
was
of
a, it
minutes.
was it was a
Oh,
straight flight, right?
yeah, 13
Yeah.
hours, man. You start hallucinating after the fourth hour. It's not good.
Yeah, even yesterday, because I was in front of the security, I couldn't back up my seat either. Emergency
Horrible.
seat. Yeah,
It sucks.
I know.
Really?
Good.
Oh, I would ask to move.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Because it's like you're
Oh,
so thick that sitting upright is actually like sitting here. It's like sitting forward
I
because you
know.
guys are so big, you know?
so I get on the plane and I see this lady. She's like heavy. All right, I'll just say like she's like Lizzo heavy. All right, and
Whoa.
yeah, and and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, please, not beside me. And then I look at some point in the plane, and she's like in the middle, like that. And there's another bigger lady, but not as big as her, keeping on her like that, on her boob. And then I see a guy I see a guy against the window. They, I kept looking. I was like making eye contact with the guy because I wanted to see what he was going to say. He was like thumbs up, like I'm like,
Oh my
dude, I
gosh.
couldn't believe being stuck like that.
No.
No,
And the
no,
two
hold on.
girls just slept the whole time. Slept the whole time.
I'm gonna I'm gonna try and find. Maybe it's mean if I show the picture. But when I came back from Italy, it was a long flight. So I paid for that seat that was like the more legroom, and I'm sitting there, and there's this fucking guy sitting behind me. He looked like a treasure troll. Like he looked like he lived in a fucking swamp or something. He looked like so. I ended up taking a picture of him to show. I
Yeah,
think I was
let's
talking
not
to my
shame him
sister.
online.
No, we're not gonna
Let's
see
not
him.
shame him,
But
but
anyways, this guy ended up like he was like sick or something. So the whole fucking time he's sneezing and coughing
oh,
on the seat, and I'm the seat. So I had to get like all these blankets, and I like built a fortress around me to protect myself because it was a long flight too, right? I'm like, great, like 8 hours of this guy just fucking coughing on me. Even the person beside me was getting pissed. And it's just crazy how like delusional some people are though, and they like just don't get it. It's like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like not covering his mouth. It was like a really bad experience.
I would have. I would
Oh,
have. I think I would have yelled.
yeah, I think
it was
sometimes
bad.
it's like people's misery. Sometimes they really show, and sometimes they don't show,
You know
right?
what the saddest
And
thing was?
what?
Dude, he was nice. He was like trying to offer me when he'd get like his food and he wasn't eating it. He'd touch, and I was like, "Don't touch me." He'd tap my shoulder. I'd be like, "What's up?" And he'd be like, "Do you want my like whatever he had extra?"
My nuts.
I'm like, "Oh man, like don't touch me."
Would you like my
I
germ-filled
know.
nuts?
Yes, yes.
So you
Oh
felt like an
God,
asshole because you were like you didn't like him. The guy was
I
trying,
didn't though. I didn't
No,
because he was coughing all over me.
yeah.
That's a
Oh,
good
it's
reason not
terrible.
to like somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Don't
they're
cough
coughing
on
on
me.
you, yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. These
Hey, have you
airplanes.
ever had someone? You ever had someone sneeze in your face?
Yes.
No, no.
Yes.
Yeah. Who? And like, explain the story.
Yeah, Nick. It's very rare.
It was it was funny. It was actually at an airport,
Oh no.
and it was actually after I landed. I was waiting to get luggage, and I was sitting on one of the seats, by the carousel waiting, and there was a person
Mm.
next to me. But I was just, on my phone, waiting, blah 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 blah. And this girl, she was older. She just goes, and I'm
She
like,
actually turned to you.
and I was just like, I really want to be like, you motherfucker. But I played it off, and I just got up and walked away. But I felt so disgusted because like it's like spraying a Lysol bottle. Just you feel the debris of just
Of like
wetness hitting
wetness,
you,
germs,
Disgusting.
and
disease.
I'm like, oh. I had to go to the bathroom. I'm like,
For sure.
Uh,
Dude, for sure.
I
The
don't.
only thing that sneezed on
uh,
me was I think dogs sneeze on me a bunch of times.
A
Dogs.
dog.
Yeah, but dogs, I find if they sneeze on you, it's like, oh, ew. But it's like you can't expect that from them.
Yeah, I don't get too
Oh,
like big deal about a dog,
but a person?
but a person, yeah, because you don't know, man. A loogie could come out or something. I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. Dogs, you know where they put their mouth. Humans, you don't.
speaking of like gross things, one of the weirdest things when I was in Italy that I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was like, obviously when you're there, you're eating lots of food, ice cream, you're having a great time. And I'm like day two, I'm there, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, bad. Like I gotta find one, right? So I go, I find the bathroom. Dude, none of the bathrooms have toilet seats
What?
anywhere
What do you
in
mean?
Rome. They don't have toilet
What
seats.
happened?
So how do you poop?
Yeah, that's was my question. I look, so I go in there and I'm like, what are these dudes doing? So I look under the fucking stalls.
They're
Everyone's just
sitting.
like squatting.
So
I'm
you
like, I gotta
squat.
hold this. You hold a squat and take a shit. I'm like, okay. And then I ended up asking someone or Googling it. And apparently in Rome, because it's so fucking busy, there's so many tourists, so many people. I guess like what was happening was they couldn't keep up with cleaning the toilets and all these restaurants, public places. And Italians were getting up on the toilet seats with their feet and like squatting. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you squat? And they were breaking the toilet seats. So like the places wouldn't replace them. They were like, fuck this, we're not putting on toilet seats. So I'm like, I don't know if that's a true thing, but what I noticed was some of the women's bathrooms had toilet seats. So if I had the opportunity, I'd use the women's.
So the guys would remove their pants and squat because on the toilet seat,
Yeah,
like on.
because they were so dirty, no one wanted to sit on them. I guess because like I don't know the maintenance or they wouldn't clean them, and
Yeah, but
yeah, so there's no toilet seats, man. The first time,
you
like,
you
oh, it's bad. The first time
You
I
would have
did
to
it,
remove your pants.
it was a
You can't
fucking
squat
miss.
down with your.
It's not
You
good.
missed. You missed.
It was not good. I'll just say that. It was not good.
Oh
Wait,
my
no,
god!
wait,
Right?
You
what?
missed. You missed a toilet bowl.
I got it, but it wasn't good.
60%
Oh my
on.
gosh. Well, I don't know. You're like, you know what I mean?
You
You're
hit.
like, okay,
You
it's my
hit rim.
first
You hit
time. I'm
rim.
like, yeah, it was
You
not a
do
If I
better
would,
swish,
next
you
time.
know? It was
if
not a
I would have
swish.
to like, if I would have to squat down and hover and take a shit, sometimes sometimes it's like, wow, I got a lot of pressure down there. Lots of
You know what I
muscles.
noticed? You know what I noticed though? You know what I noticed with it? No wipers almost.
Really?
Because you're just like, it's just, you're squatting. So you're like, it's just like, it's quick.
Because
It's
are you gonna
interesting.
Yeah.
grab your cheeks like that?
I guess
Grab your
so,
cheeks?
because you're like holding a squat and it's
I
just like,
feel. I feel I should give this a try in my own toilet.
yeah, it's definitely difficult though.
I've
Like the
not.
first couple times. By the end, I was getting used to it. But yeah, it was really weird. Yeah. I
No,
don't
you're
know if any
supposed to poop.
Italians are watching, but like share some more knowledge with us about that one.
Yo, I literally do that every time I'm in public.
Oh, you do?
Squat.
You
Oh, you're
squat.
used
Yeah,
to
You
it.
squat.
yeah, I do,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
I
I don't want to
I
touch that
nested
shit.
up. I
Yeah.
nested up. Yeah.
You know what I thought? I said that to you earlier. That I should bring like gloves, little like disinfectant wipes, and just like if I gotta go to the bathroom, I just like start cleaning it up. That'd be the most comfortable thing to do instead of squatting down. Because the thing, my knees need to be higher than my hips for me to poop properly. I got a poopy squatter at home. You know what a poopy squatter is?
Squatty potty. Squatty potty.
Yeah, squatty potty. Yes. So
Ugh.
if you just hover over it, it's even less of that angle. So it must be really hard to poop.
You're really looking for that knee flexion, eh?
Yeah. Full
Yo,
knee
bro,
flexion.
listen. When you gotta go, you gotta go. It doesn't matter what position you're
Yeah.
in. When you gotta go,
That's
you're
true.
gonna
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
out.
I guess you're right.
I was just blown away though, because I was just like, you know what I mean? You're in this big city, and everywhere you go, no toilet seats. But thank God for McDonald's, because McDonald's had them. So I'd always Google McDonald's. Go to
Oh yeah,
McDonald's.
We're going to McDonald's.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta go to McDonald's. I love their
Good
coffee
place.
there. I'll be right back.
I'm doing the timestamps and 15 minutes airplane and traveling, 22 minutes sneezing in people's face, 25 minutes toilet seats. We're good, guys.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. What else? What else just happened? There was
There's Atlanta.
Chicago.
There's John
Yes.
Jewett.
John
John
Jewett
Jewett
won the
looked really
Atlanta
good.
Pro.
Yeah,
He
one
looked
second.
he looked
really
Yep.
good, man.
Well, yeah, he's got a great physique.
I was very impressed with the way John Jewett looked.
Yeah.
Fire up the picks, and
Yep. There
It's
we
cool.
go.
It's cool to see John like just apply all of his own knowledge that he's learned over the years, and like he's obviously has his like training philosophy and his
whoa,
little like camp that he's doing, but to see him apply it to himself
And
and
succeed.
pull it all together like this, yeah, it's really cool because he's constantly trying to level up.
You guys see this?
It's cool.
yeah,
Oh, the other guy. Who's the other guy?
he looks good.
Never seen him. Yeah, I've never seen him before.
Me neither.
White Gorilla IFBB Pro. Let's go see him real quick.
Yo, why do you guys think that like a lot of these shows lately though aren't deep lineups? Isn't that weird?
I actually don't. I don't. You do? Let's hear it because I don't.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just stop the share, and then we'll go back to it. Okay. So my thing is that, okay, let's go back to like the 90s. We're not going to talk about that too long, but when the guys say, yeah, the 90s they were better. Okay, imagine all the best bodybuilders of all the classes, the best of the 212, the best of the classic, the best of men's physique. If they all push for size in the open, what the open class would be like. So now what happened is that the open class is divided. So all the best guys are now kind of like scattered around multiple classes.
There's still more open bodybuilders today though than there was then.
There is.
Yeah, what now,
For
Antoine?
sure.
Yeah, but
For sure.
maybe because more people are doing it, but like I think the percentage is like divided. The best ones are scattered around multiple classes. For example, if Bumstead
If you look
and
up,
Ernst,
think about it this way.
I think there's
Write
more.
down-
There's more shows.
yeah,
There
that
is
too.
more shows. but
No
write
classic.
down the top, let's just say 30 bodybuilders you can think of in today, and you will have a pretty deep lineup of some pretty good guys in that 30. And if you were to do that in 19, let's say 97, I think you'd get to like 13 and you'd be scratching your head like,
Oh,
there's not that many. It's not
okay
that
then.
deep. You know what I mean?
I know what
There's
it
maybe
is. I know
15
what it is.
guys. Now there's double,
I,
I
I
think.
still be- I still believe what I said is kind of true. Like, because for example, if Ernst and Bumstead would have pushed the size, they would have been in the top 20, I think. But I think, Dorian, what's happening is that the top guys don't compete as much. Because
Yeah, for sure.
back then,
Top
Flex
five
Wheeler,
guys.
Elos, Lee Priest, they did. I talked about that with him the other day on another podcast.
They did
They did a
they
lot of
did
shows.
every show
Yeah,
imaginable.
they did. And now
They
for
did
us, it's like,
European tours.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah, they did all of them. Like Milos would try to do all of them. Lee Priest did a bunch of them. Even Jay, you would see Jay do the Iron Man, the Arnold, this and that. Maybe except
Remember
when he,
even like, yeah,
yep,
remember even in the 2000, like Darren Charles was a decent bodybuilder and he was like the king of the $10,000 shows. That guy would do like 10 shows throughout the year. He'd win so many, you know? There was a lot of
yeah.
guys like, competed a lot, right? Yeah, it's a good point. Where now people like strategic pick shows and just do one.
Yeah,
It's
I
true.
think the pro
I
won
just
the
do
most
Arnold's
shows.
and Olympias.
Did Dexter won the most shows,
I
or
think
Kevin
so.
never won it?
Ooh, that's tough. I think
I think
Dexter.
Dexter has the record.
Yeah, Dex has a record.
How many shows did he win?
Doesn't he have the Arnold record too?
I believe so. I feel like it's around like 26 to 29. Could be wrong though.
29 wins.
You know, it's
Crazy.
29 wins for Dexter Jackson. Let me see what Kevin Lebroni. 23 pro wins, Kevin Lebroni.
That's
Okay,
pretty. It's still really good.
still really good. So I believe the main thing is that why, for example, the Van Pro show, there was only one Olympian, Hassan, is because Nick is home right now. Nick stayed home. Nick didn't want to do the Van Pro. Derek didn't want to do the Van Pro. Samson didn't want to do the Van Pro. So all these guys are like, they want the big. Their main goal is probably like to win the Olympia. It's not to win a lot of shows.
That's
but
exactly.
my
I can tell you right now, that's exactly what it is. You know, I have the mindset of winning the Olympia, so why am I going to fatigue myself by doing another show? Derek's thinking the same thing. I know Samson's thinking the same thing. Hadi, you know, he only did the Olympias as it was. Anyone that was in like that top 5 range, we all believe we're contenders to win. So why would we already fatigue ourselves and put our body under that much stress already early, and then end up fucking ourselves for the Olympia? You know?
So I think that makes perfect sense, but you top 5, you guys are already qualified, right? So you don't technically have to do any shows.
No.
But it's the guys afterwards. Like I feel like we're not really seeing a lot of like from 6 to 15. Like I'm wondering where they are at these shows because the Orlando and the Van, like they only had like one Olympian, right? Which was Hassan.
Yeah.
Well, I think the reason why Q is that their goal is to get that qualification. That's it. So they do it. They, like Ian picks a show, win the qualification.
Yeah, but like, isn't there a shitload of guys that still aren't qualified?
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, Hunter is doing Tampa and Texas. But if he wins Tampa, is he still going to do Texas? You know what I mean? So
you think there's a theory that the shows earlier in the year, there's like a little pocket of shows that are not too hard, and then near the end of the year, they all like get like explicitly harder.
Well, and I think
We'll see.
I also think it's the closing of the gap of the Olympia every year, if that makes sense. Every year it's, you know, it's not the same amount of time. You know, like last year was in December, this year it's in the beginning of November. So times get shortened. And people, I know a lot of pros that they like their downtime. You know, when they're done, they're done. They don't want to have to get right back into it and prep. So a lot of them have that certain mindset. So they'd rather wait till the end of the year a little bit to prep and qualify. And it just so happens that many others have that same mindset. So I think more of the top competitors take the little bit of a rest that they think they need, and then they focus on their later shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, I think like maybe back then they didn't do as much blood work as now.
No, and I mean, like, even for me, for example, I didn't have much downtime. You know, I did the Arnold, and then I had like a 2 3 month little break, I guess, and then it was right back at it. You know.
That's not a lot. Yeah.
When I think back to the New York Pro, that was the first open show this year. Like I felt like
Um,
that. I felt
Oh
like
yeah,
that
it was
show was
good.
kind of weak. Like I mean, like I think there's some good guys, but I mean in terms of like I feel like most of the shows haven't been top heavy. Like there might be like one front runner. Like
I agree.
Toronto was probably the most stacked one with Ian, Hassan, and Ross, who just qualified. But then outside of
Yes.
that, I feel like every show's kind of been like, all right, we know who's gonna win.
Yeah, one or two guys. It's between one or two guys usually.
Yeah.
But
You
it's
know.
like
Speaking of one or two
even
guys, no, go on, go on.
no, go ahead, finish.
No, 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 you go ahead.
No, I insist.
Oh, this, that, being Canadian. No, I was gonna change the topic. You go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say, like, I'm just looking at the competitor list from last year, and oh my God, there's a shitload of competitors, right? And just looking at this, I'm like, oh, I don't think a lot of these guys are qualified. And it's like, if there's only like how many shows are left, that's why I'm like, why
how
are
many
they
shows
meeting
are
at?
left?
I don't think there's that many. There's a
Is it?
bunch in Europe, I think,
But
but here in
when's the
stateside,
cutoff date? When's the cutoff date? Does anyone know?
Mm.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Wait for it though.
100%. But like,
Because I know
did Rafael Brandao end up
no,
qualifying?
no, I don't
Like
know. He
there's
didn't.
him. You
I don't
got
know if
William
he's.
Bonac.
Bonak's out this year.
Royal Bronak said he's not
Bonac.
competing.
Okay.
October 9th, 2023.
October
October
Oh, you
9th,
9th.
the
got it. Okay.
cutoff.
Yeah, you beat me to
Okay.
it.
So we gotta figure
Yeah.
how many shows are. What are we in July?
Let
There's got to
me
be at
find
least
it.
what five or six shows.
Let me find the list.
Yeah, like Akeem Williams hasn't. There's James Hollingshead. I think just got a surgery or something, so I don't think he's going to be. Blessings. He's competing next weekend with Justin, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
gonna be good.
yeah,
Wait, what's
yeah.
going on with Sergio? Because he did the Cali, and then I don't really know what happened after that.
I think his dog passed away. I saw, right? I think that hit him pretty hard like a
Yeah,
month
Oh,
that's really
ago.
sad. That's really
Dog passed
sad.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
heard.
that's tough.
I did hear that.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't want to chime in at the wrong time right now, but the Chicago Pro is the 21st coming up. Then there's the Big Man Spain Pro,
Spain,
all right, in Spain. Then there's Tampa.
Tampa, yeah.
So that's three shows, right? One, two, three. There's
Texas.
Texas, four.
Texas.
The Masters show doesn't count, so that's four. Masters doesn't count, still four. Masters doesn't count, still four. Pro
don't
League
be rude. Don't
Flight
be rude.
10.
That's
There's Italy. Wait, there's Italy.
the one I think Regan's doing.
Yes. Regan's good at that, huh? Fucking
Did what?
he finds these shows that like we don't even know exist.
And then he goes and does them.
Yeah. He's sneaky like that. Uh yeah, I've been
Yo,
talking
Antoine, why don't
Yamamoto.
you jump in?
huh?
Why don't you jump in,
Um,
Antoine?
yeah. Give me let me start doing 2 hours of step mill. I'll be there.
Really fast.
Yeah, so the ninth month is September, right? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, that's September 9th. So that's the fifth show, I said, right? Italy. Then there's the European Pro Championships in Alicante, Spain again. So that's the sixth show. That's there's a week after that, 17th. And then there's the France Pro.
No, say it
France.
shit.
properly,
There's
man.
a there's a lot. There's a
France.
lot in Europe, eh?
Oh, you know who's doing the France Pro? It's Ron Haché, the guy from the promoter of Toronto Pro. He's
Who?
doing the France
Who?
Pro. Ron
Who?
Haché, Ron.
Oh,
Ron?
oh.
Oh, he's hosting.
Ron.
He's
Who?
promoter.
He's
He's
the
promoter.
promoter, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Why'd you
that's
say it
the
like that?
seventh show.
very
Ron
French.
Haché, that's his okay, so seventh show. I think that's seventh show.
So, and
Seven
Oh,
how
shows?
about the
Legion.
one in Legion in Vegas, right, or wherever,
Legion.
whatever the hell it
That's the
is?
last show to qualify. Legion's
That's
Legion?
not
last
a
show.
lot.
So there
Oh,
is
wait, there's another
eight, but
one
it looks
too.
like half of them or more are in Europe.
Yeah.
There's the Italian Olympus Pro, the 8th, just before the cutoff for the qualification. So that's the last show.
Okay. So
Yo,
there is some shows.
I
Looks like
can't
a
believe
PI.
I can't believe Regan likes doing shows when he has to travel for like 8 to 12 hours.
I think he
I can't
likes
believe
that though. You know what I mean? He likes like the whole
it.
like. This
Traveling.
is how he is.
I
Being
got
He
so
loves
much.
traveling.
I got to find something close.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
funny?
Like
Did Regan ever do Toronto?
no, no, he hasn't.
Right? It's like right around the corner.
I don't think no.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
think he
don't
did.
know. I guess he doesn't like shows that are close.
Come on, Regan. You're just like are you even Canadian anymore? You're just like going away like over there in Vegas.
He's fully Vegas now.
Yeah, it's American. I don't
Speaking
like
of the
this.
Chicago Pro, though, that's also a show that I feel like is, there's two people. There's really just two guys when I'm thinking about who's gonna win.
Blessing and Justin, right?
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't think anyone's going to be able to. I feel like no one's going to be able to stand with Justin. I feel like his physique is just really
Justin looks,
complete
yeah.
quality, unless something drastically goes wrong the last couple of days. But like to me, I just feel like he checks off all the boxes. You know what I mean? As a bodybuilder, and he's very complete. It's going to be hard to beat.
That's also not a big list for that show.
nope.
I'm shocked.
There was what, like 7 or 8?
Yeah, like maybe even less, but
That's
around
crazy,
there.
man.
Yeah, Justin
Here's
looks
the list.
incredible. He looks pretty complete.
All right.
Blessing's good.
Patrick's in it.
Okay, Patrick Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Justin, Patrick, Blessing are kind of like the main guys. Eric Ramirez, I heard.
Eric gets really, really peeled. He's from Jersey. You
I
know
know.
him, see him.
Yeah,
Nice
I
guy.
know.
Really good guy.
I think the
Matt
big
trains.
name.
This Matt. I think Matt coaches him, right?
As far as I know.
Yeah, I think Matt coaches him.
So I guess the bigger names are Blessing, Justin Shire,
It's going to
and
be
Patrick.
Yeah, it's going to be Justin, Blessings, Patrick.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's,
go.
there's a guy there, Emmanuel Longoria. Yeah, he's good, but he just doesn't really come in like he doesn't come
What's
in.
he look like? What's he look like?
Yo, find his
Patrick,
page. He's good.
What's his name?
Patrick coaches him. If he Emmanuel Longoria, if he came in like 100%, that guy would do damage.
Yo,
But he
he'd
just
be a
seems
problem.
to,
Yeah,
yeah, he seemed to not be able to ever nail it.
like he's got a small waist. He's a great
He's got
poser.
great
Good
lines.
width. Yeah,
Oh, that's a week
good
ago.
quads.
His
Yeah,
silhouette is good.
He just doesn't look lean enough.
That was another one. Justin Rodriguez. What's he doing?
True.
Oh, I don't know. Good question.
I haven't heard, bro. That guy a couple years ago, he was just doing like every show. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just like trying to get his health back on point.
So he's competing in 1 week.
A couple days.
He don't look ready.
Well, to my liking, but who knows what could happen? I don't know.
He did Toronto. He did Toronto when Quinton did, right, Q?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He also did Texas Pro last year.
Yeah.
So let's search. You guys, let's go see Blessing. Did Blessing do any?
Nah,
I don't know
I
if he's been
checked.
posting much.
Blessing stayed very low key.
Yo, isn't that your
why.
rival?
Who's coaching Blessings this time? He's bounced around. He was with Farah. He was with Chad.
It's a very unknown name. I don't know who it is.
Okay. Muscle
There's a
Tech.
muscle tech now.
Yo, I love George Farah.
I like the hair.
Yeah, I fucking love George Farah,
You
man.
do bulletproof Josh Farah.
There's just something about him, man. When you see him, he's just like funny.
Good energy.
Little sneak peek right here. Well, the thing is that we can't really tell anything with a picture like that.
It's all gonna come down to his peak too.
Because in New York and Indy last year, he looked crazy. He looked really good.
He did, and as long as his legs improved, he'll have a good shot.
He's a hard bodybuilder to peak because he's not balanced, right? And he lacks tissue in the legs, like if he's flat or if he spills over, he looks way off because like he's
Yeah.
not very balanced, right?
Mm.
But if he nails it, he's got some crazy body parts and he's
His
got some
back,
good quality muscle.
he's got a really good back, like crazy back.
Yeah. But that being
I
said, he might have brought his legs up a lot, right, this year.
I hope so.
Yeah.
See, how tall is Justin?
He's like
Like
my
what are you,
height.
5'7", 5'8"?
Okay. So how tall is Blessing? Like 5'10"?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not that much taller. Okay.
Long limbs
What do you,
though.
yes, true. Big arms, long
You know.
limbs.
And
I'll
then
tell
his
you what.
legs, his
I was
go
gonna
ahead,
say,
man.
I'll tell you what, Blessing. When I trained with Blessing a couple of times, he's trained hard. He does train very hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
He
I
Justin
think
looks
with
like
will
he
his
trains hard.
try to be.
I think with his legs, doesn't he have like isn't he like double jointed or something in his knees?
He has some type of issue, and I think it's his left or right. I'm not sure, and I think it
It
hinders
like
him from
hyperextends.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it like hinders him from like training really really hard.
yeah,
But if somehow he can work around it and improve his legs
The baby.
drastically,
Maybe coming.
yeah.
he's someone that could be like he looks freaky there. I mean, granted that's not a real thing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
No, that's like AI.
He did in the original video. He just still looked freaky.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
I'm trying to find a stage shot.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a dad soon. Maybe it's gonna bring something new out of him.
Yeah, well, the story of Alex, what's the UFC fighter? Alex Poria?
Yeah,
Herrera.
I know what you're talking about.
Pereira, yeah. He was a normal fighter, and then he got a son or a kid, and then he just like his mindset just fucking changed, and he just was like all in.
Yeah,
He became
Killer.
very good.
yeah.
Yeah,
That guy's scary.
I know. Yeah, so I think Blessing can be good. We all know that, right? He has a crazy back.
Blessing can be great, man.
Yeah, can be really good. But the thing is, I think even if he's at his best, if Justin is at his best,
I still think Justin wins.
It's like, yeah, it's like I feel like Justin's a little bit more complete, and all of Blessing's strong points, I think Justin kind of has them too. The the crazy like
Yeah,
shelf here, the lat spreads, the lats, like.
Mhm.
So it's like if they have the same strong points, but Justin has like a better lower half,
I agree.
kind of makes sense. It's gonna go down to condition maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it'll be interesting if they're both on point, but I think I just trust that Justin's gonna nail it a bit more than I can trust that Blessing will.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I feel like
Yeah.
Justin will come out on
And
top.
I want Justin to win, but I don't want him to win easily because it doesn't feel as good.
Yeah.
I want it
There's
bad.
also something to be said though. Like when you have like Justin's obviously worked with Matt for quite some time, and when you have a coach or a formula that you believe in and you know works, it's like the chances of you missing on that day are very slim because of that confidence you have, because of the history you have. It's like for Blessing going into shows and missing as much as he has, and with a new coach, there's always that thought in your mind. You don't trust that person fully. You don't maybe believe in yourself. Where when you have that like history with somebody of constantly nailing it, like I put my money on that person.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Do you guys like him?
Who? Justin?
Who just?
Yeah.
He's okay. He's okay.
Yeah, he's
You?
all right. Not that much.
Oh my gosh. He is such a good guy though. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Like I was talking to Justin and I was just saying like having Nick and Justin a part of the brand and just like, getting to know both of them and we're all friends. It's just like so cool when you just connect with certain people and you just get each other and it's just like it's effortless. You just feel like you've been friends like your whole life.
Yep.
It's like it's really cool. We're super fortunate for that.
I think
it's amazing.
It comes down to being really yourself.
Yeah.
I think subconsciously we probably detect like bullshit a little bit. Like, hey, you're putting on a facade, and I think our subconscious kind of maybe feel that sometimes. So sometimes it's like It's like harder to connect with somebody. But if you're real, I
Guarded.
believe, and you just
Yeah.
accept who you are, even your
Yeah.
flaws, you don't hide them. I find it's easy for me to connect with people.
I agree.
Yeah, especially when someone's not guarded, right? Like when he came down for the first time and everyone met him and Jasmine, they were just super outgoing and opened up, and it wasn't like there wasn't any guard up, and probably because he felt comfortable, and but it just felt like you just known each other forever, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
Mm.
pretty awesome.
Hey, what do you guys think about the term like best friend? Remember
Best
when we were
friend.
kids, like we had like one best friend, but now it's
Yeah.
like I feel like I can't really pinpoint like who's the best friend. Like
I say I have a lot of close friends.
close friends. You don't say best friends. You say close
No,
friends.
close friends.
Yeah, best friend sounds zesty, bro. Like when a man says, "That's my best friend," it's like kind of, it's weird.
Uh, that's funny. But don't you say best friend sometimes though? I talk
I
about your
say
friends.
like I'll say like yeah, one of my best friends. I
One of
don't
my
say
best
like my
friends.
best friend because I have so many friends that are really close to
You're
me.
right. It sounds kind of sus like that too. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
zesty,
yeah,
man.
Zetsy.
it's
Put in your
tough.
word. Zetsy.
Zesty's another word for like suspect. It works.
Zetsy. Like
Like
Z-E-T.
Zesty.
zesty,
Zesty.
Zesty.
Like lemons.
Yeah.
Like
Zesty.
lemons.
So what do you do when
Zesty.
you're talking to someone and you're like, yeah, that person's one of my friends? You're like, are you like, he's just one of my really, really, really good friends? Like, what do you say?
Cute.
No,
I
I
say,
just say that's one of my close friends.
Okay,
see, I'll say that's one of my dogs. Like that's one of my dogs.
okay. So if you known
That's my
some
dog.
if you've known someone since you were 1 year old, you just say that was one of your dogs.
I'll be like, yo, that's my road dog.
That's my road
Like
A
dog.
road dog.
we were on the road together.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do
he's
like
a road dog.
so let's say if you talk about your friends from childhood friends that you gotta call them like that, but then there's like levels, right? So your dog and your boy is a little bit like that's my boy. It's a little bit under dog, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
what's
Yeah.
under that?
Friend.
Friend.
Yo,
So dog, boy, friend.
can you send us this on text?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Who,
yeah, I'll
who
break
am
it
I?
down.
Am I a boy or
Elaborate
am I a
on it.
friend? I know I'm not a
Nah, nah,
dog. I know
you.
that.
No, bro. You're up there, man. Whoa, you a dog. Man.
Oh, I'm a dog. Yeah.
uh,
I tell you,
Yeah.
I'm one of Q's dogs.
You earned your spot, man. We've been through a lot.
Yeah. We did. Yeah, we fucking lived together.
man,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
that's funny.
Well, that's funny. Friendship, man. That's cool. Yeah, I'm glad we talked about something serious because we the beginning of the podcast, the timestamps didn't look so good. Is there anybody else in the show that we just that we can cover? Let's see. Let me.
There was the Vancouver show there had like three classic physique guys. I was really shocked. Did you guys see the guy that got third place? Yeah, I was
No.
shocked that guy got third.
Bob, right? That was his name.
Dude, his quality of muscle was ridiculous.
Yeah, apparently I don't know if he's still natural, but he was like natural up until a year ago. Like
I was like,
looked
when I
crazy
saw
good.
him, I don't know if it's just something I like about his physique. But yeah, he ended up getting third. And when Jaws beat him, I was like, okay, he got
Yeah,
second. And then I saw, oh my gosh, what's his name? Dana Baker's friend ended up getting
Dylan.
second. Dylan. And then I was like, holy shit, that guy got third? I'm like, weird. Because I thought he had
Yeah,
a great physique. I'd be granted the other two guys have fantastic physiques too. But yeah, I was. His name is. I'll pull up his name here. You can pull him up, Antoine. This guy had
Roger Waterhouse.
pretty.
Robert Waterhouse.
Yeah. His
Okay.
Instagram is his
shout out to Jaws
IG.
though.
Yeah. He's crazy physique, man. So it's Bob
What's his?
Waterhouse 86.
Like if
Okay.
Jaws is
Every
more crisp, he'll be good in
this
November.
yeah, this guy had like 90s conditioning to me. It was just
He
like
did.
it was ridiculous. Now
I
go to
love
something
that.
good, Antoine.
That's a
What
great
the fuck is this
transformation.
shit? Go to something good.
Huh?
Go to him on stage there. Go down. Go down. Yeah, like one of those. He was just
Oh
like
wow! Look
really
at that.
crisp.
I know what you mean now,
Yeah,
dude.
nah, he,
Yeah.
he was
That's
on.
see how thin that skin is there.
He looks
Dude, go to
good.
his go to his posing routine. So go out. He posted like a clip of him posing on stage routine. Uh, But yeah, he just like
No, very good. That's
quality
very clever. Yep.
for classic.
I like the separation. You know when there's good
Yeah, it was just
separation
like
between like the yeah. I like when
his
everything is kept
back.
from
Like
like yeah.
I thought for classic physique, I was really impressed with this guy's physique for not even knowing who he was or nothing. Go to
Yeah.
the next slide. Yeah, I don't know. There's a back pose, but yeah. Anyways, I thought this guy had a really nice physique for
He
classic.
does. He
Just the
does.
quality of
Like
it.
like like this shot here. That's pretty dope.
I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I didn't know who he
Great.
was before this, and he stood out to me.
Yeah.
So he's Dana's
Even
friend.
even
He's from the East Coast.
even skin texture. No, no, no. Dylan, the guy that got second, was Dana's friend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Like
you go to
Dylan's
the
really tall. I think he's like 6'2".
yeah, go to the right, Antoine. See the right, right here,
Here.
down. There's Oldham in the lineup. Yeah, yeah. So Jaws, Dylan's to the left. Yeah, and then the other guys to the right. Are they all Canadians?
I don't
Um,
know.
who's
Yeah. Then what's
okay?
his
So Adam Bev is there. Oh yeah. Isaac Byer.
Isaac?
He's
Right,
Canadian. He's from
Isaac.
Alberta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know if that. I don't know where the Bob guy's from though.
yeah. I did his page. And I saw a bunch of shit of him in Vancouver. So I thought maybe
Oh
he
really?
was from
You
there.
guys want to see?
Maybe.
You guys want to see Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull
Let's see.
Dylan up.
Dylan Bursey.
What's up, Nick? How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro.
How's prep
Yeah.
treating you?
It's good. We hit a new low. I was 288 this morning.
Nice.
Let's go see Nick's
So it
Instagram.
begins. Sorry, Dylan.
Sorry, Dylan. That's your last update right here.
Yeah.
16 weeks. The thing for you is that because you're already lean, it's pretty cool because you can actually like really take your time, right? You don't have to fucking really kill yourself. Usually, Rick.
No, I got a high day today. Cardio is still relatively low, so
That's cool.
It's a good side chest.
How was your
Oh, Nick, I
podcast there,
want
Chris?
to ask you that, Nick. So why do you put your pants so low? Is there a reason?
I'm just trying to show some bird, you know.
The bird?
Some bird?
He's trying to show off the sexy lines, man. Ladies
Yeah,
love
man.
that fucking.
Feline,
The
right?
sexy lines are coming in, bro.
Gives him more V taper.
I've always wondered that. I was like, why is Nick putting his pants so low? But I've never really had the opportunity to ask
Buddy,
you. So I ask you now.
it's more V taper.
Not
More
for you.
aesthetic.
It's
No,
more
you know
of
what- you know what-
it's got an aesthetic feel to it.
Yeah, you know what it is? I think it's good because you're bringing sexy back with the mass monsters. You can be a mass
Yeah.
monster and sexy, right?
Sexy as fuck.
Sexy AF. you knew shirt you're gonna make. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, a little bit of dick root in there. Never hurt anybody. Yeah.
How was that last? How was the last podcast you did there with the Cito? I never watched it yet.
Oh, it was fun. It was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Chris is a
he's always
trip.
funny. Yeah, he's always funny.
He told me out of every bodybuilder he knows, I have the most improved horrible physique he's ever seen.
That's great.
It's a really good compliment.
I'll take it.
At least he's honest.
I know. I was like, thanks, Chris.
He speaks
Yeah.
his mind. He called me an Instagram bodybuilder when I lost. Remember that, Hugh?
When you did what?
When we did your pro, he said, "Yeah, Antoine is just an Instagram bodybuilder."
He's very honest. He's very honest.
Yeah,
And then you
the
went
next
on to
week I
win college.
Yeah, so I was like, "Shut up."
You weren't an Instagram
Shut
bodybuilder
up.
a week later. Yeah.
Hey, did you like Sound of Freedom? You like the movie?
It was very, very good. Very deep, very emotional. And it's about child trafficking.
Yeah, it's pretty. I heard it's crazy.
In a theater or on Netflix?
It's on theater. It's based on a true story too. Like this actually happened, and I actually didn't know until they showed it at the end. And it's very deep.
Did you cry?
I did, yeah, actually.
Okay. Hey, that's okay, man. That's okay. Nobody's judging here.
Yeah, I mean, It must be pretty heavy. It's all the Hollywood fucking crazy.
They
Oh,
said
that one.
they didn't want to put the movie out because of like how truthful it is, and it took them 5 years to finally get it out. So this film's like kind of old.
What's it
Didn't
on?
someone else
Like
It's in
what
theaters.
platform?
It's in
Okay,
theaters.
okay.
theater
All right.
theater didn't someone else just come out and like expose Hollywood? What's his name from Fast and Furious?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just came out too. Some crazy shit
Yeah, I
going
think
on there.
Mel Gibson was like telling everybody go see that movie Sound of Freedom because
I would go. I
Mel
would
Gibson,
tell anyone to go see it. For me, out of every movie I've seen so far, that was probably movie of the year.
Yeah,
really,
okay.
Wow.
It's very
wow.
deep.
Sold.
It's
I'm
very
sold.
deep.
And I heard
I'm gonna go see it.
I heard it stays with you a couple days afterwards. Like you think about it.
You do. You do.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It definitely
What
puts
did
you
I
in a
just?
mood for sure.
Yeah, supposedly
Yeah,
like
yeah.
islands, like the Jeffrey Epstein Island. There's like more islands like that.
I bet.
What
So
the
it's like,
fuck is going on with people? Like, how fucked up are people?
well,
It's fucking
humans
crazy.
have humans have been fucked up for like millennia.
Don't
We're
justify
always
it.
Don't
no, I'm not just
justify
saying
it.
it's just the truth. It's like a lot of humans like they're pretty much like barely like civilized. They will do horrible things with some situations, right?
I just don't
Yeah.
I mean,
understand how you do that. And then what? You go back home to your like wife and your family and your daughter, and like, hey, honey, how's it going? It's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
people,
Well, that's how fucked up it really is like that. That's how fucked up it is, man.
yeah, some people just like live in lies all the time. They're just like that's what they do. You know, the thing with us, we're pretty lucky to be like doing what we do and going to the gym. We have our friends. It's like our world is like some like really basic stuff, right? Some of us
Yeah,
they,
yeah,
we
yeah.
go through like personal struggles, but in the end, right now, our daily life is like we get up, eat, go to the gym, we do content. We're like wondering like what's the next best thing to do to gain muscles, but it's like that's our life. There's other stuff out there happening that we can't even imagine,
Bro, that's another thing.
right?
After like watching that movie, like you look at their lives and you look at like the life you live, and you're like, what the fuck do I have to be sad about? Like,
Oh, for sure.
seriously, like
Yeah,
Perspective is everything, right?
it's
yeah.
Yeah,
like
having perspective.
it's like I got no complaints on my life. You know, it's you watch that shit and it just puts everything in perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good to. There's always something worse out there, so it makes us grateful. But we also, it's like we also have to validate shit that we're going through
Oh, of
because
course.
it's like if for example like you're going through something and like suck it up this harder, it's like it's not gonna work, right? But I find that for me when I hear about stories like that, it's like man, I'm like yeah, maybe like there's small things I want to complain about don't fucking matter, right?
Mhm.
The small things like I don't know, whatever it is, like oh fuck, a scratch on my car, whatever, or traffic. I don't know, like
yeah.
stupid shit like that.
Real world problems we have,
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, big real world problems.
yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
always gives
crazy.
you. It's always good to have perspective, right? Like one person that's a friend of mine, and you guys know him, but he's from like overseas, and him working here, it was like just like inspiring to see this guy. He's lived here for like 8 years now or longer, but like he just gets up in the morning, goes to work, hardest worker I know, there at 8 a.m., goes home at 8 p.m., has two kids, never complains. I've never heard a negative thing come out of his mouth, no matter what the circumstances is. So many people go to him with like problems to solve, and this guy always has a smile on his face. And I asked him like, "How do you do it, man?" And he was like, "Dorian," he's like, "when I call my friends back home, he's like, they're literally hiding in the basement because there's bombs being dropped on their home." He's like, he's like, "I live here. I'm safe. I brought my family here, my mother here. Everyone's safe. And I'm happy." You know, it's like having perspective, like where he grew up and how he had to grow up, and then being here and having the opportunity to go to work and these opportunities that are there
Oh,
for him.
I think I know
He's
what you're
like,
talking about.
yeah, it's just like you're just like,
And
holy smokes, you know?
I know where he was hearing people say, "Yeah, Canada is like a communist country now," and then he was like, No. Trust me, it's not right. Because
Yeah,
over there it's way different. Like we think, like we're for sure things could be better, and for sure we're losing some rights we shouldn't, in my opinion. But compared to like real dictatorship, yeah, we
it's
can
it's
still
you
do it.
it's Ukraine it's Ukraine he's from, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
he's from Ukraine.
Ukraine, yeah, Ukraine.
yep.
But just
But
crazy, like just having that perspective, right? So whenever I'm like going through something, or like you just always have to take inventory and be like, you know what, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's still good. It's still very good.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah,
So
I
we could be
agree.
pretty spoiled. We can be pretty spoiled.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
That's
thing that
true.
helps me sometimes is that if I'm scared about something happening, or I'm not gonna get the thing I want or whatever, and then I realized like, okay, so if I would get the thing I want, or plus even more, and all the money I want, or if I would lose half of the money I have right now, would my daily life really change? Like what I'm doing?
Probably not.
Not really. I
Dude,
would get up, I would just like do the same thing as I'm doing now, it's just with more numbers or less numbers.
no, the thing is, people always live like for example, if you start making more money, what ends up happening is you literally have the same amount of spending cash, because now you go and get a nicer house, so now you have more bills. You go get a nicer car, so now you got a more expensive car payment. You go buy nicer things, so you're just spending that extra money. You're living a maybe a more expensive lifestyle, and those things
Yeah.
don't actually make you happier. And then what happens is a lot of people end up buying things and doing things because they want to impress other people. Like some people will go buy a brand of a car. If you're not a car guy, which some people are, and I get it, but some people will just go buy a car because they want the brand to be like, I made it, look at me. So now they don't really appreciate that car. And now they have a $2,000 a month payment they got to pay on that car to work a job and go to work that they're not happy with to pay for the car. So it's like, making more money is not always like going to make you happy, right? Or you're not going to have more freedom with more money. You just have more bills,
More money can be
more
more
bills.
stressful.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
money, more
And
problems, right?
More
Puff
money,
the
Daddy
more
says
crazy
that.
thing,
problems.
yeah, the crazy thing is that sometimes when you get super busy because you have all these things going on, you're working a lot, then you're like, how much money would you spend to like hire somebody, or how much money you're spending to hire somebody to have more free time, or how much would you spend to have a day off?
Yeah.
So you're spending time to not work. So wait a minute. So when I was actually doing less, I had like more time for free. It's so confusing. So what's the
The most valuable thing in the world is time,
Time.
right?
yeah,
Is for you to have
for
time
sure.
to spend with your
Because
friends and family.
that's one thing you'll
You
never
know,
get back.
yeah,
Once it's
Oh, for
gone,
yeah,
it's
sure.
gone.
absolutely,
Yeah, I've
absolutely.
been I was thinking about that a bunch of times. I don't know if I said it online before or not, but like let's say like if I'm 80 years old, I'm later on in life, almost near the end. Am I gonna think like, oh man, I should have made that 100 grand more per year, or I'm gonna be like, oh fuck, I should have spent more time with my dog, my kids, my mom, my this, my friends. I should spend more time doing things I like to do. Like
Mhm.
I don't think I'm gonna be like, yeah, I regret not fucking hustling and grinding and making 100 grand more per year. No
No,
way. Nobody ever
you're
believes
gonna
that.
you're the only regrets you'll have is not living life the way you wanted to live it on your terms, or making
Yeah.
hard decisions, or you know what I mean, saying no to certain people, saying yes to
Mhm.
certain people. It's just that's what you're gonna have regrets on,
Didn't
Yeah.
not money.
The Apple guy, didn't he say like it was near the end of his life and it was like, man, health, I should have like something about health. The Apple guy, what's his name?
I can't
Taylor?
Steve
remember. Steve
Jobs?
Jobs. Steve Jobs.
I don't remember. I didn't really look into that.
Yeah, Steve Jobs. I think he said something like when he was about to die that yeah, health is the most most important. Not even money, because
Yeah.
if you're about to die, you don't have health anymore. No money in the world. All the money you have, you'll spend it to just stay alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's like
It's true.
if you have your health, dude, you're kind of richer than a wealthy man with no health, because they would pay.
Yeah.
They would give you all their money to exchange the status, right? So
Why do you guys think that Apple or Steve Jobs chose an apple with a bite out of it as their logo?
because it's the icon of sin, icon of sin. in the Bible.
That's a
It represents
interesting
evil and
question.
corruption. No, I'm
That's a
kidding.
good
That's an
take.
interesting
Yeah,
question.
Yeah,
I never thought
I
about
think it's about Adam and Eve and the apple. It's about knowledge.
It's
Does it represent like
actually
knowledge?
that's
That
actually a really
was
good
that was the
question.
first that was the first the first time mankind sinned was taking the bite of the apple.
Yeah,
Really?
but
Yeah,
it's also
I got really deep. I got really deep on this the other day. I'm not going to go into it here, just because
yeah, yeah. But the,
I'll go into it
the
with you
thing is,
guys though.
no, I know what you mean. I went down that way too, but I also wonder if it's just like, when at school there's an apple on a desk with a teacher.
Yeah.
And
I
a
just wonder
kid.
if it's like that simple, or there's really like it's the really icon of sin and the knowledge that they took a bite and they were not supposed to.
that's
But the
it.
Well,
thing is,
in Revelations, like if you've read Revelations of the Bible, I'm pretty sure it says something in there about the end of times. We're all going to have like something that's going to basically be in us. That's going to have like the mark of the devil, where
oh yeah,
you're going to live your life. It's going to have all your identity, the way you pay for things, technology,
mhm.
right? So you can
Yeah,
sort of
I know that part in Revelations, but it's also how you interpret it, and also the Bible. People they have to understand it's been translated from Sumerian text, like the oldest language. So imagine when you go on Google Translator and you do something from French to English, and then it's like doesn't make too much sense. So imagine Sumerian
No,
text
bro.
to this. So
But
a lot
now,
of
but
things are
now, but
lost
now,
in translation.
if they say you're going to have something that's going to represent the mark of the beast, that's going to be a chip or something to run your life, you have to have. Would an apple with a bite out of it maybe not be?
But for example, if just you
That's
talk
fucked
about
up.
uh, you talk about an orange.
It gets you thinking, right? You're like, what the fuck?
I know, but if
Yeah.
you talk about an orange, something about an orange, and then when they translate it, it's now talking about the color orange and not the fruit anymore. It's like it's so easy to like have words mean other things when you translate. That's what I mean. I know what you mean, but I wonder if like we can take any text and really twist it around to like make something really bad out of it, right?
Mm.
And we can take
I
any
think
text
so.
and make it something good. So I don't know, but I know what you mean. And the thing is, sometimes conspiracy theories are true, and sometimes
Yeah.
they're the most interesting thing. It's like fun to talk about it.
Get get you thinking, right?
I know for sure.
It's fun.
No, I think about that shit all the time. I
Yeah,
think too
yeah. It's
much.
interesting.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
what's the conspiracy right now that's like the latest one that you heard that's like kind of like bonkers?
Oh shit. Let's think here. I don't know. I'm not like too like up to speed on it. I know you're
Me
always
neither.
watching. Like, yeah, Antoine's always like right into
Well,
it. The fucking
I hear stuff.
aliens and the.
I think Q's in a little bit too. He hears about stuff, but the latest one was with that I kind of heard was the submarine.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Some people
submarine
passed
one.
away,
Oh,
Yeah.
and, and it happened that there was so much coincidences with the Titanic, and also like it's pretty much like maybe they faked their death or something.
I don't know, man.
why would they fake their death?
There was a reason
What
I don't
what
remember.
what would they get from it?
Fucking maybe they owe money to somebody. Maybe they just want to
No, they were all
disappear.
millionaires. They had to pay like big money to go
They
on a ship.
yeah.
all they
Then
all paid like 100,000 to do that thing.
a
Yeah,
quarter
Yeah,
million. So the
quarter
thing is,
million, two
like,
fifty.
I don't know. It just seems when you look at all the details about that submarine, I feel like you would have to be brain dead or retarded to sign up for it. They were controlling the movement of the submarine with like a gaming controller. Like it was
yeah.
just really unorganized, seemed really unprofessional, unorganized.
A
And
gaming controller, huh?
because of how stupid it seems, I'm like, maybe there's more to it. Maybe like they just did this and they're not actually dead, but I don't know.
So do you think like they all like had a plan to like, hey, let's say we're on the submarine, it's being controlled, we're all dead, and they're like still alive, like and they just wanted to like erase their identities
And
or something?
and the
Yeah,
crazy
Possible.
thing
maybe.
and the crazy thing is that when stuff like that happens, okay, what else happened that's not on the news? During
They
that
all took
time, I
they all
read
took out
somewhere
like
that
insurance,
no,
life
the
insurance.
emails from I think the Epstein list, they kind of lost the emails or lost the list or something during that time,
Of
something like
course.
that. something happened while this happened. That's like, oh wait, we didn't talk about that. I don't know. I don't
because
know if
it
it's like exactly what I
got
said, but
drowned out
I
by
know
the
that.
other news.
Yeah, so I know that something happened while this was happening that
Yeah.
we would have been like, holy shit, really? But we got distracted. So I wonder. I don't think sometimes they don't make shit happen and kill people to distract us. I think something happens, like COVID, for example. Something happens, and some people will be opportunists and will like get
They'll
in there.
milk it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, get in there to make money or to whatever, get clicks, this and that, hide stuff. But I think it's like there are some people are just opportunists. I don't think they will necessarily plan something to distract people. But there's shit that
Yeah,
happening all
yeah,
the time that something could get brought to light. Maybe there's a crazy shit happening, like the submarine that just like happened like somewhere else, but it didn't make the news because they didn't have to
Yeah.
do it, right?
COVID was hilarious because it was a virus that was only killing people that had like 3 or 4 comorbidities, that were massively obese or over the age of 65. It, and then for everybody else, it was like a 98% survival rate, but they somehow managed to shut down whole countries because of it. Like
I know.
it's funny
Hey, Q,
the power that
I
the
don't know how
media
much you
has
can talk
over
about
us.
that on the YouTube
they
though.
Oh, true. Yeah, you
they
know. Sorry.
did.
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm
Oh, because I
joking.
wish we could. I wish we could talk about that, but I just think because the way YouTube is built,
The
you
whole
know.
HC Muscle channel just gets taken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
gone.
Yeah, no, it was a
yeah.
joke. Sorry, guys.
We love the media.
Yeah,
No,
no,
Love
but
it.
COVID was real. Yeah.
It's my favorite.
what we can do anyway, too, I could just ask Aaron to cut it out because I don't. It's not adding more to the podcast, and removing it could probably save the channel. So I might ask Aaron to just remove that part, which is
No,
like,
that's fine. That's fine. Or just beep it
yeah,
out.
Good
Let people
job,
wonder.
Q. Good job, Q.
yeah. Uh,
It's funny.
I gotta go soon, guys. So
No, I actually
you
gotta
guys
leave
wanna,
too. Yeah.
yeah, do you guys want to add something else except
I
good
think
luck
that's
to
good, right? I think yeah. I think we're all excited for Justin this week to be doing his pro debut. We're all rooting for him, and
Yes, sir.
you know.
yeah,
So
Hey, good luck,
till next
Justin.
week.
good
Good
luck,
luck,
Justin.
buddy.
Yes.
Kill it.
Go kill it.
Good luck.
Yeah. So
Good luck.
till next time, guys in the comments, wish Justin good luck. Oh, by the way, um, are we changing the name or not? We need help,
Um.
What did we think of?
right? Because I think Moran wants to change the name now, Pure BS, which I get it. I like your idea, Nick. It was a good idea, Pure BS.
Why don't we just
Personally,
keep it?
I like Pro Chat more, but I get why we can't do that.
Okay, listen. Why don't we just keep it simple and just keep it as Pure Muscle Radio?
Yeah, we can, but this is
yeah.
like a.
Okay.
It's very simple. It
Subsidiary.
clicks. It's our own thing. There's no. It's just Pure
True.
Muscle Radio.
Muscle Radio, and then we can just because this was supposed to be like a sub series with just like our group, and then for example when we have like guests like Urs, for example, in person, that was Pure Muscle Radio, and this was more like the
Oh.
laid back, just talking.
Oh. Okay, we could just
well,
call it Pure Muscle Podcast.
Yeah, but so people, if you watch this far, because you're involved and you care, so why don't you comment in the comments? Give us some ideas. I know Justin said the quarter turns, which is kind of funny. I like it. Nick doesn't seem to like it, but you don't like quarter turns.
I think it's really gay.
Ooh.
Anyway,
I don't want to.
wait, because I asked Nick Trigg. Nick Trigg said, "Oh, it's fine because it's you guys," but he wasn't thrilled about the name. But he says he doesn't care. I mean, nobody owns.
I mean, it's not like he's not really on YouTube anymore, is he?
That's true.
But it's still his brand, though. So.
Yeah. But no, I asked him like, hey, he said he doesn't care, but depends what Mara said. But anyway, we're still trying to find our identity. But for now, we'll just Pure Muscle Radio, I guess.
All right.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't really care. I just think simpler the better.
Simpler the
Yeah,
better.
simplicity is always
How about
cool.
we just name it podcast?
It's the podcast.
Podcast. I'm fine with that. Trust me.
We'll just name it video online video. Anyway, so all right. See you guys next time.